What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy T, back at it here with LS Dusty. We got quite a few parts in, like the last bit of parts that we need to finish up this build and get it ready to be towed to the shop where it's going to be getting tuned. I'm going to go on and show you the parts that we got and the parts that I already had that needs to go on here. So I believe I'm still waiting on exhaust and my 3 and 2 bar map sensor. The reason why I ordered 2 of them, because I'm not sure which one my tuner is gonna prefer to use, so I'm gonna just leave that up to him. But let me show you the parts that I got. So I got the ICT MAF wiring harness extender, which I'll probably most likely end up cutting up to make our IAT sensor work. I'd rather just cut into this harness rather than cut into the factory harness. Also got the boost vacuum lines that'll be running from the wastegate and blow off valve with these push connect fittings that I'll also be hooking up to the boost controller too. And then obviously our boost controller. I went with the electronic boost controller just because it's more, accurate rather than that little knob. I didn't want to go cheap. Honestly, guys, please don't go cheap on your boost controller. Just get a legit boost controller, and that way you're more comfortable knowing what you're actually, turning your truck up to or turning it down, and see what you're doing. So I went with this, probably one of the best boost controllers out there right now. So yep. And then we also got the harnesses for the injectors, which I'm not 100% sure that I'll be running on my truck, but I got them anyway. And then, like I said, I'm waiting on exhaust, and I think, yeah, my 3 bar and 2 bar map sensor. I got both of them because I'm not sure which one my tuner prefers. But yeah, and that's it. So most likely we're gonna just go on and have at it. Just get our boost controller, try to get this grill to fit. I did get another grill if it doesn't fit. I already trimmed up a lot, guys, as you guys can see. But most likely I won't be running this grill. So guys, as you can see, I'm running into an issue where the grill actually doesn't want to fit just because the intercooler is so big. Her on speed does warn you that, hey, you got to do a good amount of trimming, because I already did, as you can see, I already did a good amount of trimming already. It still doesn't want to fit. If I do any more trimming, I feel like this thing is just gonna be too flimsy and too, flabby and whatnot. So I think I'm just gonna get another grill, guys. I really don't like the look of the open intercooler, just because I do a lot of highway driving and I don't want rocks and all that kind of stuff actually hitting it and whatnot. So I really don't like this open concept look, but as you guys can see, it really doesn't fit. So, yeah, I'm not gonna roll with that, guys. As you can see, we're not gonna be able to use this grill anymore. She just fell apart. But here's our new grill. I ended up ordering the HD grill. Not sure if it's gonna fit. I try to look on, online to see if anyone's done it. Didn't find too much. I know there's a couple people out there that did it, so we're just gonna go for it. Let's go and get this mounted up. Alrighty, guys. So we got the new grill on, the HD grill that usually comes on the 2500 and everything. We do have a slight gap at the bottom, but we don't have the HD front bumper, so that's the reason why. I do plan on later on down the road getting that, but as of right now, this is gonna work for me. I don't want to run the no grill. I really like how it looks, honestly. Yeah, this is our old one. As you can see, it was on, faded right here. It's just really flimsy and whatnot, but as you see, I did a lot of trimming to try to make this grill work before getting this one, but it was just too much trimming to the point where it just wasn't, you know, sturdy enough to be on this. So ended up just doing this, and I really like it. Now I just gotta order an emblem, but that would be a last priority. As long as I got a grill on here, it'll work for me. So with that being said, guys, yes, the HD grills do fit on your 1500 with the stock bumper and everything. You don't need the HD bumper just yet. I do plan on getting an HD bumper, but like I said, it'll be later down the road, right before like we start doing body work on this this truck. But yeah, man, I'm really happy with that. So I think we're gonna go on and get the boost controller all set up and wired up. So let's get to it. Alrighty, guys, so I got the boost cage all wired up. I got it where I want it. We did run our vacuum lines for the boost cage, and also the wire for the 3-port solenoid under the through the firewall and everything. But I did get it all wired up. I used a couple of these. I used one of these jumper harness to get my power source into the fuse box over here, and then here we go, turning it on. I also did wire it into my wideband. If you guys are running the AEM wideband that has that one white wire that comes off of here, you can run it into your boost controller. It's more like a safety feature in case you run too lean and you don't know it. It'll basically cut all the boosts and whatnot and pretty much save your engine. So I did get that wired in with the wideband and everything. So yep, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm still learning about this boost gauge, so yeah, we do got everything all set up. Change your colors and stuff. But yeah, I'm happy with that, guys. So I think I'm gonna go on and get the 3-port all set up and getting the lines ran. So let's do it. Alrighty, guys, so I got my 3-port for my boost controller all right here. It's wired up. I think I'm gonna mount it somewhere right here on the firewall. Not sure yet, but before I go on and get this mounted, I think I'm gonna go on and get the vacuum lines ran from the turbo, the wastegate, and then obviously the blow-off valve. Everything just all situated. Yeah, so we got our vacuum lines, and then also we do got our quick connect fittings. Huron Speed, they wanted like $200 for some vacuum lines and stuff like that for all that. And I ordered this kit off of eBay, and it was like $60, and I think like came out to $70 after taxes and stuff, shipped to my front door. And the quality is just, it's amazing. A lot better than a lot better than buying $200 hoses from Huron Speed. So if you guys are wondering where I got it, eBay. Alrighty, guys, so I got all my vacuum lines ran with the push fittings. Got it ran down to the wastegate, as you can see. Threw a little heat wrap on that, and then I got the vacuum line for the blow off all ran to the intake manifold. I think now I'm gonna get on and get my IAT sensor wired up, so I don't have to keep running that math on the turbo. Here's a plug, and then here's the plug that actually came with the sensor. We're gonna get it wired up, so let's get to it. Alrighty, guys, so I ended up buying the wrong harness that, you know, plugs into there, and I could just jump in it to these wires. So with that being said, I'm just gonna let my tuner mess with that. He'll get it all wired up for me. I don't really like messing with the wires, so I'll leave that up to someone else. But I think our next step is basically getting that flex fuel sensor all pinned into the computer and everything. So let's go on and get right into it. Alrighty, guys, so I got my flex fuel sensor all hooked up. Well, not hooked up, it's just all plumbed up to the fuel line and whatnot. Right now I'm in the middle of making a bracket to hold the sensor from flopping back and forth. This is the same bracket that I had using for my transcooler when it mounted up here. So I just took it and bent it. I think before I go on and actually put it bolted down for good, I'm gonna paint it black. Just that way it just look better, honestly, than this color. So just take it back off and get it all painted up, and then we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, while our bracket for our flex fuel sensor is drying, I did go on and pin the sensor into number 56. As you can see, the white wire goes straight down into 56 on the blue side. So now I'm just going to get this all back together and plug it back into the computer. Alrighty guys, so we got our flex fuel sensor all hooked up. I got the bracket painted. As you see, I got a little impatient and touched it when it was still wet, but it is what it is. I'll leave the description for all the fittings that I use to make this work. Also, guys, remember it goes into pin number 56 on the blue connector, the white wire, and then you obviously got your red and your black for your positive and your ground. Alrighty, guys. So we got our exhaust in. It's just a simple exhaust, 3-inch, ordered off eBay. It was a cheap exhaust. I really wanted to get an exhaust made for this, but I don't have enough time for it. So this is just gonna work for now until we get the custom exhaust made. So let's just go on and get this thrown on. Alrighty guys, so I wanted to show you the guys' exhaust. I got the exhaust all hooked up. You can see where the Huron Speed downpipe connects to your catback or exhaust. I'm not sure what muffler this is, but I ordered the wrong exhaust. This was for an extended cab long bed or a regular cab long bed, and the exhaust was just way too long. So I ended up cutting a little over a foot off of it just to make it work. This exhaust is like 300 bucks, I think, when I ordered it. I didn't have enough time to get a custom exhaust made, so I had to do what I had to do to make it work prior to getting this thing tuned and everything. So I'm pretty happy with that. That'll work for a while until I get till I decide on what I'm gonna do with the exhaust. So yeah, that's the exhaust, guys. Like I said, I had to cut that off just to make it work. So I'm gonna get this thing back on the ground. Alrighty guys, so like I said, the exhaust is all on. I actually love how the tip sits right there. I would give you a clip of how it sounds, but we got some bad news, guys. I have a coolant leak, and it's coming from the water pump. If you guys know, these water pumps have like these weep holes on the back of it, on the back behind the pulley, like directly, like in between here. Here's a weep hole, and the coolant's coming out of that. I've had this truck for 2 years. Never touched a water pump. Never had an issue with it. Prior to putting this water pump back on, back on after the turbo and cam and everything installed, it was running good. And then I came here yesterday, I believe, yesterday, and let it run for about 5 minutes, and next thing you know, I was seeing coolant on the ground, and I found coolant leaking from the water pump. So I do have a new water pump coming in. We'll get that swapped out. I should have swapped it when I had it out. Like I said, I bought this truck just about 2 years ago. I never had an issue with the water pump. It's the same pump that, was on it when I bought it. So it is what it is. I'm going to go on and get it swapped out. And yeah, so guys, we're pretty much ready to wrap it up. Man. Yeah. So guys, with that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for following your boy T. If you got any questions or anything, just leave a comment. Also hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already. I think Thursday we're getting this thing towed to the shop that's going to be tuning it. So stay tuned for another video this week, guys. Sorry that I've been slacking. Work's been killing me, man. So I'm just trying to stay on top of that, and also trying to stay on top of this. Yeah, like I said, guys, until next time, peace.